Season 27 of Apex Legends is finally here, and there is a lot of new stuff to cover. We've got big Valkyrie and Horizon buffs, Rampart actually seems pretty useful, and of course we have a new season of Ranked, making kills more valuable than they've ever been before. And I haven't made a Ranked guide in a while, so I figured it's time to dip my toes back in and give you guys 10 actually useful tips to rank up quickly in this new season of Apex Legends. In this video, we're going to discuss legends, weapons, and some map-specific tips, but let's start with the legends. Number 1, play Valkyrie. In almost all of my rank guides I've posted on this channel, I rarely say you should have one legend in particular, but Valkyrie is so all-around good that right now, there's virtually no reason not to play her. She's very fun and very useful. Her jetpack and tactical missile upgrades are fantastic. She is significantly improved in her ability to be a good fighting character, and this pairs phenomenally with her ultimate, which was already very good, but now is able to be used much more effectively given the fact that you can use missiles while you're flying with the ultimate. The ultimate is very safe to use because you can take off faster, it gives you a scan of all of your surroundings, and it really is a catch-all ability that can help you play for zone priority or help play on the outside and get more kills. Give her a shot for a day and you will find multiple opportunities to win games that simply aren't there with any character that's not named Valkyrie. Tip number 2, run some kind of Skirmisher character. Whichever one is your preference, I don't care, but the Skirmisher perk where you get a knock and get 50 HP or shield regen on a knock is incredibly useful right now. My first suggestion would be, of course, the buffed Horizon or Wraith. Both are very, very strong at the moment. Wraith is a little bit better for more nuanced team rotating and survivability, but Horizon is an absolute slayer right now. A very good character, doesn't have as much balance as Wraith does, but boy can she slay squads. This perk is incredibly strong, not just because it's useful against the squad you're fighting against, but it's also great third-party insurance. If you get a knock as a skirmisher at the very end of the fight, you're already getting some HP regen back, and we know how quickly third parties come in this day and age, so having any amount of extra shield or health is massive when you finish a fight. Before we continue on the video, I do want to say thank you so much for watching. If you're new here or if you're a returning viewer and you haven't subscribed before, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. It's completely free for you and it helps me out a ton and helps me make more videos. So thank you so much for watching. Let's get into tip number 3, which is about support characters. Tip number 3, your third legend on the squad needs to be some character that can help you stabilize after a fight. And I put it this way to specify it does not have to be a support or controller character, but some character that helps you stabilize after a fight. As we just established, this is not just a 3 versus 3 game mode. This is a 1 versus 19 squads game mode. This is your 3 teammates versus the 57 other players in the lobby. You have to be considering third parties at just about every opportunity, and having a support character to get revives off quickly or to put down a shield, or a controller character to control the area around you and allow you to recover and heal is incredibly important to have. Just trust me on this one, you're going to survive a lot more third parties if at least one of the legends on your team has the ability to revive quickly or put down a shield and protect your squad, so you can at least buy yourself a few seconds to recover and start fighting again. Tip number 4, and I'm putting this in the legend category, take advantage of all of the beacons around the map, and this does mean you should select some characters that can scan at least people beacons, but preferably have someone that scans people beacons and the ring consoles. It's just free information and free shield evo points. At this point, I don't know why you're not taking every opportunity to level up your shield if you can. It's just information that is very accessible, very easy to find all over the map, and it helps you get more shield points. I promise so many people are leaving points on the table for free for no reason. Just get your shields up to blue and purple as quick as possible. It's very simple. Now let's start talking weapons, and it's still very, very clear that Marksman weapons are the best long-range weapons in the game, full stop. I love my flatline, I love the R301. I want to run the Sentinel and goof off with the Wingman sometimes, but there is no doubt in my mind that the G7 Scout is the best, most well-rounded mid to long-range weapon in this game. Maybe by a long shot. It is certainly better than the 30-30 in the bow, but any of the Marksman weapons, including the triple take now back on the ground, are absolutely must-haves if you want to gain RP. Tip number 6, play for damage more than you play for kills, which might sound weird, but in the current day of Marksman meta and movement legends being very, very strong, third parties are very, very rapid, and using Marksman weapons to, quote, play for damage as a mindset often leads you to get a lot more cheap kills and free RP than you might realize. I understand that running in with the wingman and PK will get you a lot of kills, but it also puts you in very dangerous situations. So if you can put yourself in the mindset of use my marksman weapons to play for damage, you'll get a surprising amount of kills based on how strong the marksman weapons truly are. So if you can put the play for damage mindset alongside a good shot with a marksman rifle, you're going to get a lot more kills than you ever thought possible. Tip number 7, just pick up an SMG. I am a shotgun purist, a shotgun enthusiast of all kinds, but I can recognize that right now the best close range weapon in the game is the R99, and it's not particularly close, and the most consistent close range weapons you can have are almost all of the other SMGs. The R9 is a bullet hose, it kills people so unbelievably quickly, but the Volt, the Prowler, the Alternator, they're all both good and consistent because they deal a relatively high amount of damage per shot. You're not going to have these big PK shots hit for only 11. As much as I hate to say it, if consistency is the name of the game, which right now in Apex it is, just pick up the SMGs. I promise you're gonna have a lot of success. My last few tips are going to be map specific. On the new look Olympus, try to make sure you play as many high grounds as you can. I know that seems like a really basic, obvious take. I mean, Anakin taught us that the high ground pretty much always wins, even if you challenge it and you are the chosen one. Obi-Wan's still gonna smite you from the high ground. But on Olympus particularly, with all these new map adjustments, they've added lots of tunnels and things, and while they are good for navigating, all of these tunnels in lower areas are really disadvantageous when you actually get in a fight. I've found that while they're really fun to explore, I've actually lost quite a few games because I was hanging out too much on the low ground, and while they added a lot of tunnels, especially in the newer areas of the map like Stabilizer, they have put some good high grounds that you can go take advantage of. So on the new map Olympus, don't get too excited with all these tunnels. They are useful, but when it's actually time to start shooting some people, make sure you get back on that high ground. I promise, you need to do it. For Broken Moon, either play the very outside of the zone or the very center of the zone. That is tip number 9. Broken Moon in particular pretty reliably has buildings still playable in round 5, and so playing the center zone and getting those buildings early is very useful. Playing edge is of course your other option because the middle of the zones, when you're rotating in, that's the danger point with all these zip rails. So either play the very, very edge by storm or the very, very middle, and you'll be third party just a little bit less. Tip number 10 is watch streamers who play solo queue. To be honest with you, you can't really learn a lot watching the pros 3-stacking because they can just destroy everyone they run into, but there is a lot to learn watching some streamers or professional players who will play solo queue because that is much more similar to the way your games will play out. Here's where I'll shamelessly plug that I stream every day on Twitch and YouTube. You can check that out in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned something useful. I hope you found it at least entertaining. Thank you for getting here to the end, and I'll catch you in the next video.